Hello, 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 beautiful beings. Did you feel that? Did you feel that shift over the last couple of days? Did you feel something change forever? Because I truly feel that this is what we are coming into. We are truly finding ourselves. And it's not about finding ourselves, it's rediscovering, right? So coming back to that wholeness, coming back to who we truly are, and really being able to see the parts of ourselves laid out, and really just being brutally honest with where we're going, who we are, and listening to that internal compass. I feel like you have no idea how good life is going to get if you continue to choose you. I made a vow to myself that I will always choose me, no matter what, during any circumstance, because circumstances are circumstances. It's how we choose to handle the circumstances that truly matters. So if you're feeling like you're in the depths of really just discovering all of the different parts of you again, and things are starting to make sense, that is a really good thing. Don't rush it. Don't push it aside, because if things are coming up that you didn't realize you needed to heal, and that you truly didn't even know were a part of you in your being, because I feel like we forget sometimes that, like, we're not just a soul, we're also a human being, and being human means that we need to tend to our human needs sometimes, and not just live in this la fairy tale land, because I feel like a lot of people that are on this spiritual path tend to be drawn to that la fairy tale land. Like, I totally understand that. That is something I've lived in pretty much my entire life, but I had to really get real with myself and bring myself back to reality and really harness and just nurture and be there for those parts of us. Going through guilt and shame can be very hard, but do remember that if you feel guilt and shame, that's actually a good thing. And I'm not saying it's a good thing to beat yourself up. It's not a good thing to stay in that feeling of guilt and shame. But if you do feel that, that means that, first of all, you're not a psychopath. There's that. But also it means that you are committed to facing yourself, because people that feel those lower vibrations, like, first of all, you can't feel the higher vibrations until you go through the lower ones, because we all have a shadow. We all have parts of us that we don't want to look at, and if we cover them up and we try and hide those parts of us, they only get bigger and bigger, and at one point it's going to just come out. And if you want to avoid that, then start working on those parts of you. And sometimes, depending on the person, it does need to build up like that, and it does need to come out all at once and create havoc in your life. Believe me, I get it. I understand that. Some of the parts of myself that I thought I had a great hold on, that I, knew how to hide per se, and I knew how to just not show other people those parts of myself and almost cover that side of myself up. But eventually, especially if you're on this spiritual path, like, that's gonna come out and it's going to rain havoc on your life. So really just becoming friends with that and realizing that, first of all, you don't have to identify with that. sometimes you have to become it and identify with it to understand it. But once you go through that, you no longer have to identify with the shame and the guilt. You can allow it to be there in your body and in your presence, but it doesn't have to define who you are. So just really, really being gentle with yourself. Don't beat yourself up. If you've already beaten the crap out of yourself about something that could actually be really small, but it's big to you, just take a step back and be like, am I hurting myself or am I helping myself? It's really the question that we need to ask at this point, because I feel like a lot of people have already gone through this and transmuted a lot of the lower energies within ourselves. And so now it's up to us to not fall victim to those things anymore, and to recognize who we truly are deep down, and to not deny ourselves, but also not become the victim that we once were. That's what we're moving into. We're moving out of victim mode and into soul mode, into alignment, into centered mode, where we can still have all these other things around us, but it's not affecting who we are at the core. Like, we know who we are. Another thing that I feel is really important to mention is don't compare your trauma to somebody else, because that was one thing that I feel like I did my entire life. Like, I had a really good childhood for the most part. I was taken care of. My parents actually cared about me, and they genuinely wanted the best for me. And so when I would have things in my life that I started feeling bad about, or, not worthy enough or insecure about, I'm like, why, how do I have the right to feel like this? All these other people in my life have parents that are divorced, whatever. This is just an example and a personal example of my life. But then as I became an adult, that's where a lot of my trauma happened. A lot of it came from myself and wounds that I didn't even know that I needed to heal within myself. And so I compared my trauma to other people, and by doing that, I suppressed my emotions because I didn't feel like my emotions were valid. And so comparing your trauma to other people really, really keeps you locked in with a deeper chain, because it doesn't allow you to release the victim parts of yourself and to transmute those. And so I feel like that's one of the most dangerous things that we can do, is compare our trauma to other people, because we all have a shadow. We all have things that we're meant to work through. And not only comparing your trauma to other people, but comparing your growth. And that's one of the most important things right now, is don't compare yourself to other people in any way. Not one person on this planet is better than another. There's no hierarchy here. We are all working together, and every single person is at a different level in their growth, and every single person has been through their own traumatic experiences. So what is traumatic to me doesn't necessarily have to be traumatic to you, but anything that puts your body in a fight or flight, where you feel like you're dying, basically, that's what trauma is. And we all experience trauma similarly, but in different ways for different reasons. So honor that. Honor your trauma. Honor your pain. Honor that victim part of you that is screaming to be loved. Those parts of us just want our love. They just want to be seen by us. That is literally it. Have you ever tried to explain something to someone or poured your soul out to someone and felt like you weren't seen, felt like, okay, well, it felt better to release that, but I still don't feel like that person understands. Not everyone is going to. And that's the point. Really, those parts of us just want to be seen by us. And so allow yourself to be seen at this time and not be validated by other people's approval or the illusion of them seeing you. And I'm not saying that everyone isn't gonna see you. There are people in our lives that do see us and do understand what we're going through. But a lot of times we can feel alone on this process. And that's okay, because we're never alone, right? We're never alone. And once we start letting that guidance in, our true internal guidance system, we will know. We will. And here's the thing, like, I feel like one day it just clicks. Like, I can think of different times in my life where an idea, where a paradigm, where a viewpoint, where my healing, it just clicks. And so I believe that it's choice, but also timing. Like, sometimes we don't see something until later. And being able to just really be patient with ourselves and understand that just because somebody else is dealing with something per se better than how you're dealing with it doesn't mean that it's better. Doesn't mean that that person knows more than you. We all know what we know to the point where we're at in our lives. And that's why it changes so much. And how we perceive life, the paradigm that we're in, and how we can really just experience our life and perceive our life. So don't compare yourself to other people when it comes to healing or trauma. Don't be hard on yourself if you feel like it's taking longer than somebody else, because how do you actually know? Like, how do you actually know what that person is going through? You don't. And that's, social media. Like, I feel we are projecting what we want to see people to see and hiding the things that we don't want people to see. That's what social media is about, right? We only post what we want other people to see. So how do you actually know that that person is healing or healed or doing better than you per se, right? How do you know that? You don't. So truly, all you really know is what's going on within you. And that is how it's supposed to be. We need human being interaction to be able to survive in this world, but we don't need to be comparing ourselves to other people. We don't need to be limiting ourselves in that way with jealousy, insecurity, or feeling like that other person is on a pedestal. That isn't how it should be. So give yourself a hug, because you're doing amazing, love. You are doing amazing, and I am so proud of you. I see how hard you've been working, because I see how hard I've been working with myself. It's a reflection of me. I know that you are trying your hardest. And I know one thing too, it's going to be okay. It is going to be okay. You will make it through this, because your strength, your power is phenomenal. You wouldn't be incarnated as a human being and a soul in this time, in this place, in this era, in this age, if you weren't doing amazing in your own way. I am so proud of you. and it's gonna be okay. We got this. We got this together. I see you, I hear you, and I love you. Whew, it is getting hot in my car. I had to turn my car off because this new phone thing that I have, when my car's on, it like shakes it, so it probably was shaking at the beginning of the video. But hey, that's okay. We're figuring it out. I'm trying to find a car phone holder that will actually hold my phone. So I'm really, really, really looking up at this thing. Like, I hope this thing works. This is my second one. But anyways, I love you so freaking much. Thank you for being here for me. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this video. And I'm just excited for you. I'm excited for us. Let's do this. Let's do this together. Let's share the love that we have created within our being through this process called life, through this awareness that we are in. Like, this is the best time to be alive, you guys. And I am so excited to take this journey with you. I love you so much. I wish I could give you a big hug right now. Oh, I love you. Here. I hope you felt that. And I hope you know that life is about to get great for you. Life is about to change. You are doing the work. You are doing the work. And that should be celebrated. I love you so much. If you resonate with this, I would be so grateful if you wanted to give the video a like or a comment. And if you resonate with me, go ahead and give me a follow, because here we go, guys. Here we go. I'm so excited. So excited. Let's go. Much love.